PhD is a media agency that is in effect an advertising agency. If you think about what an advertising agency is, we do pretty much exactly that, but we don't do the creative. We don't actually come up with the final TV or online video idea, and we don't actually go off and film anything. So what do? Well, we work with clients at the very beginning of the process. We help them set how much they should be investing in advertising using certain forms of mathematics that allow us to work out the optimal payback that they would generate from advertising investment. So there's a very heavy maths component to that. And then within that, we start to work through the sorts of channels they should be using research, trying to understand how the target audience are going to respond to the campaign, establishing different channels. Think about all the new channels that you'll be aware of, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's Instagram, of course, things like Facebook, but also other more traditional channels. And think about how we should use those channels in creative ways. And the end of it is a sort of, in a sense, like a piece of architecture. The channels, the audiences, all laid out very clearly that we can then go off and brief the creative agencies that produce the ads that then run into those environments. Working in advertising, you have to think out of the box quite a lot. But there have been a few times in my career where I really have felt that a proper leap has been made. And one example was when I was creating the planning software for the global company that is PhD that I work for. We wanted to create an environment, a software environment, where you can go in and build your advertising campaigns in a piece of software. And what we wanted to do was, as you're building your campaign, we wanted to encourage people from around the world, all the other PhD offices, to be able to come in and help you and help everyone come up with ideas for you. So if I'm building a campaign, someone from Hong Kong in PhD or someone in the US can come in, see my campaign and suggest ideas for me. The question is, why would they bother helping? They've got their own accounts to work on and probably working long hours. In the evening, whilst working on this, in the evening I was reading a book called Reality is Broken by a woman called Jane McGonigal, all about gamification, about how adding game layers onto the world can allow people to do things they wouldn't normally do. And with that thought, I realized that we should actually gamify PhD. So the planning system that we ended up building has a game layer built into it. So if someone makes a suggestion for someone, that person who receives the suggestion scores them. They give them a certain amount of what are called pings. And then every single person is amassing pings. And you get pings for doing many other things in the system. Everyone's competing on a live leaderboard, rolled up by country, with countries competing, on mobile, on desktop. So actually, when you join PhD now, of course you're joining a global media agency, but you're also joining a massively multiplayer online game.